Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga bottom preview and bottom predictions then. Obviously for the full card down below. We're going to be predicting 4 fights, 3 fights that are obviously on the undercard and on the main card. Then we're going to be predicting the main event between Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga. So starting off then with Roy Romero against Manuel Jimenez. 10-round contest in the super lightweight division. So Roy Romero returns to action after that defeat to Isaac Cruz. Obviously back in March time? I think it was. But it was back near the start of the year. So Roy Romero back in action, then Manuel Jimenez, and I think that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? And yeah, I expect Roy Romero to step back to winning weights. It's back to winning weights fight, isn't it, for Roy Romero? I think Roy Romero's power will be too much in the end for Manuel Jimenez to deal with, in my opinion. But I think Roy Romero, Jimenez will be a tough operator. It will be tough for Roy Romero, but I don't for Roy Romero to get an 8th round stoppage win. 8th round KO or stoppage win over Manuel Jimenez. Then up next then we've got Tyler Plant. Tyler Plant is back in the win after a 1 year absence, wasn't it? A 1 year absence since that David Benavidez defeat. Tyler Plant is now, he will face the tough opponent in Trevor Matumbi. The Tombai, isn't it? Matumbi. In the 12-round contest for the interim WBA World Super Middleweight title, which means nothing because, let's be real, we know who's got the belts. It's Canelo Alvarez who's got the belts, and he's just going to be cherry-picking opponents all the time. So yeah, for me, I'm going to... It'll be a tough fight. It's a tough fight for Terpian, for me. Trevor Matumbi has not. He's a very tough opponent as well, tough operator, and Terpian can easily stop him, can't he? I think he's. The thing with Terpian is, I think he's got the tools, hasn't he? In the win, he has got the tools for me. I just don't think he utilises them enough, in my opinion. So I am enough for Plant to win, because he is the better fighter and the better boxer. I'm enough for Plant to win on points against Trevor Matumbi. Up next then, which is the Torfeater event, is Randy Lara defends the WBA World Middleweight title in 12-round contest against Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, who's not been active for 2 years now. Not been active for 2 years, and Randy Lara is getting on. He is getting on now. Randy Lara, I think he's 41 now, isn't he? He's 41 years old. And it's not the same Lara that we saw years ago, was it? In his prime for me. Which is why I'm still frustrated Chris Eubank Jr. Why Chris Eubank Jr. is not talented in this belt. Because he beats both of them. Chris Eubank Jr. now. Chris Eubank Jr. beats this current Lara now. He does. In my opinion. Because it's not the same Lara. It's not a prime Randy Lara now, is it? Let's be real. And I know Randy Lara got a 2nd round stoppers in Savara back in March, but let's be real. That was a nice fight for Randy Lara. A more active Danny Garcia. If it was a more active Danny Garcia, I would have fancied Danny Garcia. It's a close fight for me. It is a close fight because of Lara's age now. Because of his age, and Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is just not been active for 2 years, which is why I am done against Danny Garcia. I am done for Lara to win, but I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know if there'll be a stoppage, to be honest with you. There should be, especially with the way especially from the Alvarez side. Now it will be aimed to stop Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia will think, well, it's one of the Alvarez only 41, isn't he? He's 40, 41. He's probably there for the taking. And massive opportunity for Danny Garcia. He's not been active for 2 years, but he could be one fight away from winning the WBA World Middleweight title. I think it goes all the way to points, personally. I actually think it goes all the way to points between now and Danny Garcia. And I think Edgar will just do more of the work for me. Which will give him the points win over Danny Garcia. Because I do think Yara will do more of the work for me. He'll be done for the stoppage as well. But I would not be shocked if Danny Garcia did win, to be honest with you. Just because of Edgar Yara's age, and he's not prime Yara anymore. He's past his sell-by date now, Edgar Yara, despite the knockout when he got in his last fight. But anyways, on to the main event then. Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga for the Women Magazine, WBC, WBA, WBO World Super Middleweight titles. Waste of time fight then. Oh yes, Edgar Berlanga done punts. He done punts. Well, Javi Munguia took punts. Look what Canelo Alvarez did to him. Canelo Alvarez absolutely dominated him. Dominated Munguia to a points win. It's going to be the same again. It's either going to be a dominant points win or Canelo Alvarez will knock Edgar Berlanga out. Too much of a step up for Edgar Berlanga. Has Edgar Berlanga faced World Devil yet? On his resume? He hasn't, has he? He hasn't. Waste of time. Complete waste of time fight. Canelo Alvarez, Chris Eubank Jr. was the better fight for me. Because we all wanted Eubank to fight for a world title. And it's the money Chris Eubank Jr. would have wanted as well. It's the Canelo money. While Canelo Alvarez, it's done for him as well. It would have been done for him because it's another cherry pick. Another cherry pick opponent that he should be beaten. But this is what it is. It's a cherry pick opponent for Canelo Alvarez. And for me, it gets done midway. For me. I think Canelo Alvarez gets it done inside 6 rounds or 7 rounds for me. I don't really see this. I don't really see Edgar Berlanga giving Canelo any problems at all. Canelo Alvarez, unbelievable chin. He's got an unbelievable chin as well, Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is going to do more of the work. Edgar Berlanga is not world level. Let's be real. Edgar Berlanga's not world level yet. Edgar Berlanga should have... Actually, we should have had Edgar Berlanga against Taylor Plant. That's more of a respectable fight for me. Than go either way. Or Berlanga against Munguia. Or Berlanga against Derevchenko. You should put him with world level opponents, but complete mismatch for me. Canelo Alvarez gets it done midway, inside 6 rounds or inside 7 rounds. And I'll be nice to Edgar Berlanga, even though I call him Edgar Bumlanda, because that's what it is in terms of opponent for Canelo Alvarez. And for Canelo Alvarez with a 7 round stoppage win on Edgar Berlanga, because it's a complete mismatch and it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time fight. It's another cherry pick win for Canelo Alvarez, and Edgar Berlanga is not at this elite level, and he's not at world level yet, Edgar Berlanga. So it's a complete waste of time. So anyways, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments and your predictions down below in the comments as well on all the fights I've predicted. They're my predictions. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, and see you later.